It's a dawn of a new day. And of course, I'd like to say a pleasant good morning and welcome to the Kear Morning Show here on Kear Radio, FM 95.9. With me, Jefferson Perry Weir, on this 13th day in the month of March 80, 2025, the day after Decoration Day, after the second Wednesday. I'd like to say welcome. Good morning. It's a wonderful thing again to be alive and to be here to talk about the things that we usually talk about, those trending issues. And of course, this morning we have lots of things to talk on. We'll talk about the legislature. We'll focus our attention this morning on the Liberian legislature. Under the watch of majority bloc Richie Nangbe, the majority bloc speaker. We'll talk about that, how that party, especially Speaker Kofa and his team, how they go about with activities at the legislature. We'll look at the suspension of Representative Yaka Koluba as well. We'll also talk about Chinese businessman Michael Shiu. Uh, the other day I told you that they could, and I asked the question whether, if a case is in court, the legislature can still invite you for questioning or hearing. He was invited, he was summoned. But the Supreme Court of Liberia placed stay order on the hearings. Sometimes I told you, right? What I'm seeing at the legislature, I don't know how you look at it, but I'm going to talk about it this morning. And we'll talk about national issues as well. So be there while I'm here, and let's have ourselves a wonderful time this morning on the show. The Kear Humanitarian Foundation is here to provide humanity in health, education, sanitation, and agriculture. And that's why we have the Kear Radio here providing you information as well, letting you know. Keep listening always to this station because we have lots of things to come, lots of benefits for you. There was something on yesterday again. You saw that a program that we have here, many people benefited yesterday from a program on this radio. They benefited 25 kg bags of rice, and they'll be coming for their rice very soon at the station. So keep listening, participate in our shows, follow us, follow our page, share the page, invite many people to like the page, and also our YouTube channel, subscribe to it as well. Kear Communications Network on Facebook. Okay. Okay. We look also a little about Decoration Day. Yeah, we just look into a small talk about it, then we move on. But our focus will be this morning, the legislature. We talk about that. Uh, is there leadership at the legislature, or it's just all about power? And that's what we talk about this morning. So be there. Let's rumble around these things. Okay, so welcome, folks. Welcome to the show this morning. Like I said, we will talk a lot of things, especially our focus will be the Liberian legislature. That's what we will do. Share the video, invite others to follow. Good morning, Ansu Komo. He says, I'm following from the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia. Ansu, thank you so much for always following the show. James T. Walker as well is following. And yes, let's go about these things. So, yesterday was Decoration Day. By proclamation, it was a national holiday. And so many people who lost their loved ones went out at various cemeteries or grave sites to, you know, pay tributes, pay homage, and clean their graves, their families, their relatives' graves. We visited uh, some cemeteries. We visited uh, other people, and we also talked to some family members. How they feel, you know, about the day, their own take on the day, how they see Decoration Day. And many people said different things. They had different things to say about it. But our observation yesterday was, on Decoration Day, you will see people crying. Sometimes people they pay people. I don't know why people will do this. You pay somebody to go and cry for you. It was so funny, right? But it was serious. It was funny, but it was indeed serious that people will go at the cemetery just to cry. They pay people to cry. Why? I mean, to prove what? To prove what? And I was like, but I mean, is this really happening? Should these things be happening? Well, that's how they see it. That's what they want to do. It is with them. All right. And people went, some of the places when people could not identify their graves, their family members' graves. They could not identify them. They looked for them. Say, oh, but my grave was somewhere around here. It was here. I can see my grave. I can see my father's grave. Some of those things. And there were different celebrations. Yesterday, some people were happy about the day. Imagine on Facebook if I saw people calling and is my how do you call it decoration day on you. Imagine decoration day and all can be on people. This country is interesting. But at least the president yesterday called on all Liberians when he paid tributes to fallen presidents, former Liberian leaders and victims of conflict. The president stressed on something. Visiting those people or paying tributes to them is not a sign of, like just wanted to do it, but it was a sign of reconciliation, wanting to reconcile the country, which is a good thing by the president. It was a good thing by President Joseph Boakai. And because the education minister, Dr. Jaso Jala, even talked about this, we should start to unite, come together as one people. There should be no division among us, which is a good thing. Okay, moving forward, um, Liberians, let me tell you, in this country, people, uh, many people want to show power. And I've seen that they at the House of Representatives, what is happening over there under the speakership of Majority Bloc Speaker Richard Kuhn. In my mind, in my mind, there is no leadership being exhibited, but what I'm seeing is power. The Majority Bloc wants to show that they have too much power. That is just what, you know, that's just what's going on there. It's not about leadership because If Rachel Kuhn wants to be speaker or a good speaker, he should exhibit leadership. He should start to call the minority bloc, think about reconciling that August body, because we still have two speakers in this country. Just so you know, we still have two speakers in this country. When the removal of Funati Kofa started and Kofa ran to the court, the Supreme Court said that the entire process, all of you, both the majority and minority blocks, you people should go back, do your homework, act orderly, behave mature or maturely, be responsible enough, stop acting as if you do not know the law. That process was termed as ultra vires. Go back in-house. If you want to do something, remove this man, go to session, you recuse yourself, you sit down, so have an election or so, or put it on the poll for voting. Who are in favor, do the needful. The majority bloc disrespected the Supreme Court and went ahead to continue with their removal, their fight. Without a warrant from the court, James Colette, who is now the purported chair on Rules Order Administration, forcefully broke into the offices or the office of the embattled speaker Funati Kofa, a man who should understand the law, started to exhibit power. He proved to the people, to Funati Kofa, to everybody, to Liberians, that he has power. Because Rachel Kuhn should be in that office, since he is now the presumptive speaker. And so he forcefully opened the door, broke into the office of Funati Kofa, Councillor Kofa, and started to enter his office without any sense of, having this, like, this man has legal documents, he has some important things here, let me be careful, let me wait for the court to rule or so. No, because he felt that they are in charge, he and Rachel Kuhn, so they decided to forcefully open the office and broke into Funati Kofa's office and put his things out, empty the office. That's power. That's not leadership. Rachel Kuhn was there, though not on the scene, but he's there at the legislature, fully aware of this. In the same time, forcefully, when that space that has not been marked as reserved for speaker, since Funati Kofa had not come to park his vehicle over there, Representative Yeka Koluba went and parked his vehicle there. Rachel Kuhn, who were having session at the pavilion, that morning, he went at the grounds of the Capitol to do what? Nobody knows. He went there with the security and then instructed legislative staffers to drill the doors of Representative Yeke Koluba's vehicle forcefully with the presence of a police officer. I don't know where is that police, how far is the case of the policeman who was there. The policeman, when the door was drilled, entered the vehicle, sat down there, fighting to put the car in gear when it is an automatic vehicle. Richard Kun stood there and that thing went on without even having one sense that this is not right. But he gave the order because it is his space. He's the presumptive speaker. That's not leadership. He proved, or he is proven to be too powerful because he's the speaker. He claims that he's the speaker, so he can do whatever. Let me tell you something. When the Supreme Court of this country has not spoken, anything you do is out of order. Let me tell you. The legislature continues, the lower house under Rachel Kun continues to disrespect the constitution of this country. Rachel Kun and his team continue to disrespect the constitution of the Republic of Liberia, the organic laws of Liberia. That's what's happening. Does not respect, no respect for the constitution. All he wants to do is to prove that he has power. They're not showing leadership at the legislature. Why is it that no member of the majority bloc can be punished? Why is it that when James Colette broke into the office of Fonati Kofa, Rachel Kun did not suspend James Colette? But because Yeke Koluba is against that particular group, the majority bloc is speaking. So Anthony Williams, who was helped, the man who Fonati Kofa helped, today raising a motion for the suspension or calling for the suspension of Yeke Koluba. Look, let me tell you, what you're doing over there, you're just proving too much power. You're proving to the Liberian people that you love power. You just want to be too powerful. And this thing is what you people are doing, it is not good for the country. Let me tell you. What some of you are doing is that, especially the majority bloc, you are giving the country a very bad image out there. You are telling the world that you do not respect the constitution, that the constitution of Liberia has nothing, it has no power over you. A case is in court, and then you wrote a Chinese businessman who, they have taken him to court for allegedly torturing a criminal. You fully were aware. You took that very criminal to the House of Representatives, paraded with him. As if, you know what he's doing? So when other criminals see these things happening, they say, well, our lawmakers can protect us, so we will do what we can. The majority bloc under the speakership of Rachel Kun, he will protect us. You wrote a communication, summoning this businessman, Michael Shield. For what? When the case is in court, I sat on the radio, I asked whether it is right. When the case is in court, then the legislature will call this defendant for hearing. What is he going to say when the court has not said anything? What do you expect the man to say? Why? We continue to disrespect our laws like this. Why are we disrespecting our laws every day? It said that Rachel Kun does not have respect anymore for the Supreme Court. And these things are happening We agree. You say, oh, and the executive branch can interfere into the judiciary or the legislature. But the president is aware that what is happening is not right. You don't have to interfere, but you can intervene. You can say something. It is not just about calling for telling Fanatic Kofa, my man, forget about it, Jerry resign. No, Fanatic Kofa is, and that is the reason you see he is not bothered. He is not bothered because he is a lawyer. He understands the law. He understands our laws. He understands the proceedings. He understands proceedings. You summon Michael Shield. Michael Shield. Now, because you do not, you feel that you have power. Supreme Court say, hey, what you're doing is wrong. You're forgetting about the man. You the lawmakers. You are not going after, you are not asking the Ministry of Mines and Energy, the Justice Ministry, how far is the case with Gao Feng, the real minister, who owes the Liberian government, who was fined 18 million for illicit mining in Bapolu County. You're not thinking about calling the man, asking the government, asking the Minister of Mines, the Justice Ministry, and all those entities responsible. That how far? Where is this case? But because the man had already, every time the man will brag, the man will pump money in, and he continues to carry on illicit mining, and then you don't care about it. But a man who is providing job, this man, in my mind, he understands the law even more than you, the majority block speaker. I want to believe Magasha understands the law. Because if this man, his case will be in court, and then you summon him for questioning, and then he goes to the Supreme Court and says, my man, put a stay order on this, you acting out of order, then it tells me that you do not know our constitution. And that's why I said sometimes that when people come, you Liberians, when they come to you now, those who want to be representatives, want to be senators, or who, they should understand. I mean, they should have a sense of, a clear understanding of our laws, our organic laws. Yeah. Yeah. But you do not understand this. You're just acting because you speak up. In a country called Liberia, a country with a population of little, over 5 million. And then we can't put ourselves together. We cannot put ourselves together. For what reason? When last did the majority bloc ever took action on their own member? You just go in against one person, one set of group. Now you say you are suspended Yeke Koluba. For what reason? You say Yeke cursing, Yeke disrespecting the body. What body? You are disrespecting yourselves. Don't you know that? You are disrespecting yourselves. You're disrespecting yourselves. Because for the fact that you have disrespected our laws, you constitutionally, the Constitution does not recognize Richard Kuhn as a speaker, and I am clear on this. Let me tell you. Now you went to the capital to have session in the regular chambers. Proof you somersaulted. Why didn't you go? Why didn't you conduct session there again in the regular chambers? Why? You somersaulted. The power too much. Power greed. People are power greed in this country. You're not accepting leadership. You're not accepting leadership at all. You're not proving to be a leader. Not at all. If you want to be a good speaker, you must reconcile that body. You must reconcile the lower house. Stop going against one set of people. But you're not doing it. Oh yeah, I'm the speaker. Oh, because you're presiding over the budget. You're the speaker. The purported speaker. in this country, and I've said this, we continue to disrespect the laws, we continue to disrespect everything in this country, everybody doing their own thing. One lawmaker who is going home uh, because he feels he's a lawmaker, he is from the majority bloc, he's now rushing, everybody's going home, taking opposite lane, and he police telling you to leave, say chief, get on the lane, leave this man lane because the man is an ordinary citizen and you lawmaker, so you park there, you say you can't move. They act that thing. I say, oh, the lawmaker can you opposite lane when you rushing coming for session, when you coming to work. Now when you going home, now when you going home, no, now when you going home, when you coming for work and then you getting late, then I call you that courtesy. But you going home, you're not going for any legislative function. You're not going to the airport. But because they feel that, well, Safa Koto then say he's a member of the majority bloc, so he feels that he can just look. The people just continue to show power, too much power. The power you can see within them. You know, you, James Colette, you're not calling on your speaker. Your speaker, Rachel Kun, to say, Chief, I think it's time that we have this forum, maybe this reconciliation, so that we can bring people together, bring the house together. What is happening is not good for our country. Do you know how the international world looking at us? Liberia is not a serious country. You're not thinking how many investments have come to this country since President Bouaka took office. You're not thinking on that. You're not thinking on that. But you're disrespecting the laws every time. You say you speak up. You say you majority block. Hey, Liberia, for what reason? When are we going to learn? When? When are we going to learn? Suspending Yeke Koluba? Is that it? When so now, Rachel Kun now has become a speaker where nobody can talk against him. Nobody can talk against him. That's how Rachel Kun has turned. You take Momo Debe, you carry Momo Debe as if Momo Debe is I mean a clean man when this man is a notorious criminal. You're aware. You're aware. That you I don't know. The majority block and the LBS boss who already his name was on the list for not declaring his asset, going about in the communities, paying people, doing all, and then they take into Rachel Kuse, you're bringing the mayor. You're just showing, I don't know, what kind of leadership are you exhibiting? I just don't understand. I don't understand what you're doing. I don't understand what you're doing. I don't understand. I don't understand. This is wrong. This is completely wrong. You will have to organize yourself in a form and manner that the Liberian people will continue to respect you. They'll respect you. Because what you're doing, we're into the second year of the president's administration, the Bouaka Kun's administration, the Unity Party-led government administration. The second year. And no investment. Show me a very high investor that have come to Liberia. Say, oh, this other company coming, and this company has come, will boost the economy, and people coming get job. No. USAID funds not coming. No. Then you see UN backing, UN going gradually, United Nations is leaving. And we here fighting to be speaker. We're fighting for power. We're fighting for power. I heard one of my one of the senators said, if I had known, I just want to continue my business instead of me coming here and being senator because not I Latina usually I ain't getting it. Yeah, because nobody, nothing in the country. These are the things that the purported speaker Rachel Kuhn supposed to be thinking on now. What can we do? What can we do to improve the economy? But you're not doing it. You're fighting people, suspending people, calling Chinese men that you have no business because one real minister who feels that he has money, he has the government in his pocket, the economy is in his pocket. So the 18 million fund, he just pay 150 to Mines and Energy, and he pays, he gives you people money. He say, my man, you're do, you're suffer that Chinese man. You're going to suffer Michael Shield. That's what they do. Then you wrote a communication now without even any knowledge that, well, I don't know if I do this thing, whether it's right, but I'm not sure. On what ground? What were you thinking? What were you thinking when you wrote Michael Shield, when you invited him? What were you thinking? What? What were you thinking? You wrote Michael Shield, and you gotta come for hearing, and what have you? For what? Now, this is what the Supreme Court, wrote, and regarding, how to call him, Momo David, in the legislature inviting him, Michael Shield. Look, the man is a criminal. There's nothing that can be changed about it. And I feel so frustrated for a mother. How me, Jefferson Weah, will support my own child for being a criminal. For being a criminal. Then the lawmakers are there parading with the man, carrying the man around. Do you know what you're doing? You're encouraging other people to do it. Let's forget about Michael Shield being a foreign national. But you are encouraging other criminals to go about burglarizing people's property, vandalizing homes. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. What is going on in this country is wrong. And we'll continue to talk about these things. It is wrong. It is wrong. What is going on in Liberia is totally wrong. Let me tell you. It's wrong. Because of your action and every other thing. But this case, Monday, I'm gonna talk again about Michael Shield. I'm gonna get the documents from the Supreme Court. Gonna talk about it, how the Supreme Court sees it, and what have you. Look, honorable lawmakers, majority bloc, Rachel Kuhn, you need to start exhibiting leadership and start showing power, showing that you have too much power. It is not about power. It is about leadership. Leadership. A real you have to lead by example. Haven't you seen past speakers? Is that how they behave? Is that how they behave? No. No. Now they get reserve. Where the speaker can park down, they finally put reserve there. All along, if Yaka Koluba had not parked his vehicle over there, so Rachel Kuhn would not have put over there or written over there reserve for speaker. Just imagine that power. That power. That place, They say for speaker, but since the speaker started packing his all the speakers they started packing over there. Okay. So whatever since nobody thought of putting reserve over there for speaker. But because you want power now, you want to sit in our office, so you're proving yourself to be power man. You get power now. I mean, you're not using the power the way the Liberians expect. You're not using it. What they expect, you're not getting it. They're not getting it. And it is all of these things are happening under the watchful eyes of the Unity Party government led by President Joseph Walker. All of these things are happening. Say the executive cannot interfere. Either of the three branches cannot interfere. With any other. Who told you? See, you got to interfere. You have to intervene. That's why you are the president. But because the man said he's a regime speaker, he's a Unity Party speaker, he's not a speaker of the Liberian people, so he will work the Unity Party way, and the president is dancing according to it. That's it. Richard Kun says he's a regime speaker. He's not speaker for Liberia. There's no other way you can paraphrase that. There's no other way you can change that phrase. You are a regime speaker, so you are a Unity Party speaker. The government, you don't want an opposition speaker because the opposition speaker will checkmate the government. Will sometimes say, Mr. President, in fact, this thing is not right. I can't sign it. I can't take this. This law will not pass. This bill will not pass. But you want to be a regime speaker. Anything the president says, yes. Then whatever you say, the president says, yes. That's the kind of speaker you want to be. That's why you said you are a regime speaker. Liberia. So we're not supposed to be calling you Speaker Kun. We're just supposed to be calling you majority block regime speaker. Yeah, regime speaker. Instead of Speaker Kun, it'll be regime speaker. You act orderly. Put yourselves together. Forget about the power. Take that garment off you. Take it off. Lead very well. Let people see you as a good man, not as a man who loves power. You wanted to be speaker all through. You went into elections with Kofa. He flogged you. He flogged you. But the same rope that you can use to hold the bush, that same rope, when you hold bush, you know where it will hold. You know what it will hold. When you pointing the finger, the 5 fingers, these two, when you pointing this one, the 4 coming back to you. You got 3 fingers like this. You point this, all 4 coming to you. 4 coming to you. You think it's right? Why you don't disagree with with members of your bloc, but only members of the minority? Only members of the minority. Samuel Koga, the chairman of the majority bloc, is in Nima County campaigning. You hear him telling people that he is this, he is, as if to say he is the only one to become senator. This man is already a representative. He wants to be senator, and then when he finish, if he wins, then another vacancy in Nima again. The country ain't get money. The country ain't get money. Passing around too, that he get too much power. All of them, the majority bloc, they feel that they have power. Prince Stove, right at District 8. We were not here, but we here. Yeah, let me come to and come collect my own mark. When there are things to be discussed about the district, your county, your district, you're not saying these things. You're not thinking on resolving these things. district number 8, you see the juniors, you see communities, they are in, the people living there, they are living in abject poverty. District number 8 citizens, residents of district number 8 are complaining, but we have one farm boy or lawmaker called Princeton who does not care about his people because he feels he's now representative, a pretty boy. So he goes to the House of Representatives for we were not here, but we here. So the main chairman on claims, petition and claims. Anything goes there, you just take it. You say, okay, yeah, I will receive your petition. We'll take it to plenary and we'll get back to you. We'll make sure that it be fruitful and what have you. That all. Can't tell the people anything good. Yeah, nothing good. The man say the law you pass now is they call it on, they won't pass the law. Anybody you kill somebody or you do bad thing in the country, then they will kill you too. Oh, that the kind of thing the man talking. Power. When you give somebody small power, they don't use it properly. They don't use it properly. So the entire body, that's what they do. See James Conner passing around like he's a boss now. Too much bossing. Anthony Williams, former student leader, is sitting now here. He riding expensive cars, getting fat salaries. So they don't care about the people. Going about doing things disorderly. They don't care about the country. They don't care. You sit down there, you know fully well that a case is in court, and then you say, my man, can't answer some questions. Who does that? So you, Rachel Kun, when you take a case to court, do you speak on it when it is still in court? Do you speak on it? I'm asking you, Rachel Kun. Do you speak on it? This is wrong. This is wrong. It's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. Right? So I'll be joined by the general, and he wants to give his input on this. And so I'll go to the US where Mr. Monikishan, our chief administrator, will join the show from where he is so that we can, talk about this thing, the legislature. He's going to give his candid opinion on this as we talk about our country, because it's worth talking about. That there should be leadership at the legislature instead of just showing too much power. There's nowhere in the world case will be in court and then you sum up somebody say can't talk. No, I've not seen it. That's why I said I've not seen it. So let me cross over to Mr. Monique Kishen, the general. General, good morning from Liberia, and good morning again from the US. Welcome to the Kear Morning Show for the first time since you got back. I'm not getting you, General. I don't know. I am not still getting you. I'm not getting you, General. I don't know what are you muted. Let me see. No, you're not. Go ahead. No. I am still not. I am still not getting you. I don't know what is happening. You need to check your. I'm not getting you from there. I don't know what, but I am not getting you the power. Everything is up. Yes.
Hello, can you hear
Yes.
me now?
Better. I can hear you now. I can
You
hear
can
you
hear me loud.
loud and clear. I'm hearing you. crystal clear.
Good morning from United States and good morning to the beautiful people of Liberia. Yeah, I listened to you and Jefferson. Maybe I might disagree with you on little issue, and I prepare for us to have it the real Liberian way.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I heard you talking about the legislators,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we are all getting it wrong. And I want to say this: I am not a member of UP. I'm not a member of any and what are the CDC? Yes, I supported and Mr. Cummings in the past election, but you know we should get this thing right. The legislature is a political house. It's not a church house. Whatever goes in on there is all political. It's all politics, politics upon politics. But one thing we are missing, Jefferson, and I expect all these so-called lawyers and other talk shows to talk about it. The question here was the process right with the way they remove Funati Kofa. Some people will say no, and some will say yes. Some people say, oh, the case is still in the court. But let us be honest to ourselves. And I want people who listening to me on radio today, I want you to look at the Liberian Constitution where they have Article 33 and also Article 49. I want you to read it for yourself. They say where there's simple majority, there should be a business. They had a sergeant in arm. Also, there was a deputy speaker present. So, simple majority with a quorum of business will take place. And in Article 49, at the end of the last paragraph, they said the speaker and the deputy speaker can also be removed by resolution. You don't need 49. And you don't need people to be present because resolution is not about present. You can sign resolution, you don't have to be there. And also, when they did that, when they removed Funatikova, there was a deputy speaker that called for an election. And then Richard Kuhn was elected. Let's remember this: Richard Kuhn was never elected by himself. And also, I heard you talking about Funati Kofa and Richard Kuhn. Yes, Funati defeated Richard Kuhn, but remember, Funati defeated Richard Kuhn with 2 or 3 votes. And also, the people voted for Funati. So all these things. Now, how are you talking also about the parking lot? It is not a speaker responsibility to mark the parking lot in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, everybody love power, my brother. Everybody love power. But what we need to do is that we should respect the law. Whether we like it or not, let
Yeah.
us respect the law. And I will tell you today, tomorrow, the Supreme Court will come out, and my brother, the Supreme Court will not change anything different for what they said. The only thing when they talk about ultra virus, it's like whatever you do, you think it was right. Whatever you do, the other side did, you think it was right. If you guys don't come to one conclusion, it's an ultra virus. That means
Mm-hmm.
people confused. They confuse the Liberian people. But I want us to ask any minority leader, ask that question. Do you believe in Article 33 and Article 49? Was it wrong? Was the process wrong? All Funatikova and his groups who are done challenged the resolution. And the other five that said they were not part of that resolution, they were supposed to go and write plenary and say, listen, I'm not satisfied because my name is not supposed to be on that old resolution, but you never did it. So the process, they said between 1 to 90 days election, they didn't say you should do it after 90 days. So if the acting speaker who was Fala, he sat there and conducted an election. And that is how they elected this guy. So we need to start playing. The things are going far. Why you think the justice minister came out? He never interpreted the law, but he explained to them. Why you think the Senate agree? You see, so I want us to be very careful, Liberian people. In a house of Senate and a representative, that's where they have the real politician. That's not
Mm-hmm.
no Catholic church or Baptist church. So forget about this political theater, all these noise that are going on. Concentrate. Let us speak to the real issue. There is no job in Liberia. There is no good health care. We need to hold the government feet to the fire. We need to make sure our children go to school. We need to make sure our health care is good. We need to make sure our children are out of the street. How can we get the Zogos, the disadvantaged youth, into and to bring them? to make them good citizens in society. But instead, we sit in and continue to talk about this wonderful house, wonderful house. And I will tell you, I personally believe Rachel Kuo is the speaker. I'll be honest with you, because I read the Constitution, and that is what most of us don't do. I read the Constitution. Article 33 was clear. Article 49 is clear. So what is the everybody know about 49? 49. Oh, you need 49 to remove a speaker, which is true. You need 49. You need 37 for a quorum. But 33 is saying that where there is simple majority and a quorum, the people had a sergeant in arm, they had a secretary, the clerk, they had a deputy speaker with them, and they had a quorum, and they had a business. And also, they put a resolution on the floor that 52 representatives signed. Whether it was old or new, that is where they call the politics now. So our emotions, our feelings, we can't put it into these things. The laws are, and even the Supreme Court, every House of Representatives have a special, they have the rules. The Supreme Court cannot change it. The Supreme Court responsibility is to interpret the law. So I think I will stay up here and see who are going to call. But I believe it's over. Richard Kuhn is the speaker. And what happened in ECOWAS at the ECOWAS and Parliament, it was not that they're refusing, they don't want to recognize Kuhn, but they have their laws. They're saying that when you send a representative, you can just remove them unless there's a problem or the other side or death or whatsoever. So that is one of the things. So all these things there, I know the journalists need to hold these guys' feet to the fire, but I just want to disagree with you on certain things, and you have the right to come back and say, well, this is it, and I wish someone else can come from the minority group and let them come up here and see how they can justify whether the process was wrong. I believe that the process was right because there's so many ways to kill a cat. So you don't have to kill a cat from the back, you can kill it from the front. Politics is politics, my brother. We saw it before.
Oh, okay, Mr. Kishen. But then
Yeah.
my conversation this morning is this. I also talked about the case that I was talking about in court is this Chinese businessman uh, who was taken to court by by you know one Momo Davis family members for allegedly torturing him. Now the case was in court, and at the same time, the House of Representatives invited this businessman for questioning or hearing. And in my mind, like I said, how can a case be in court and then at the same time this House of Representatives inviting this man for questioning? What is he going to say when that? And then, in fact, the Supreme Court had going to place a stay order on that particular hearing because it makes no sense that you have to call this man when I mean the court has not ruled, has not said anything. So why are you inviting this man? That's the case I'm talking about.
Now, you see, that is one of the problems. We have all right to speak on that. Sometimes we don't know our responsibilities. When a case is in court, whether you foreigner, whether you're a businessman, in fact, a responsible person will not even speak on the case because
Mm-hmm.
the case is in court. You see, everybody wants to show their power. Now,
Mm-hmm.
even a house cannot even prosecute no one. It
Mm-hmm.
is not the house can tell you you're wrong. They can do whatsoever. They can never prosecute you. Only the court can prosecute anyone that is found guilty. And you must be found guilty in a competent court of jurisdiction before they say yes. So the public can say, oh, the Chinese man is wrong, and I will tell you he's wrong, but until he goes to court. But how can this case be in court and then you sending for this guy to go and answer question? You see that these are some of the problems that we have in Liberia. Everybody want to be the boss. Everybody want to show off. That's why the court put a state order. The Supreme Court knows the variable is wrong. And even if I got a case right now, it's in court. If you call me for an interview, I will not even speak.
Of
I will not even
course.
talk about the case because I can indict myself in just by answering questions because we have seen it happening before. So that
Mhm.
was wrong. And I feel maybe somebody trying to play some game and let the law prevail. In other countries, they prosecute Liberians in other countries for going against the laws. In our country, we have laws. We don't care if you're a businessman. We don't care. They don't have to be Liberian to say, listen, even if this man stole from you, you have no authority to kill him or to beat him or to torture him. It is not your job.
Mhm.
You can't even, so if you got to go to the law. You see, so doing all these things, that guy, I don't know if it's available or sometimes we know librarians we in sympathy with people. And I will tell you, I'm a victim of this kind of thing. Where a businessman during the child stealer time attacked me for no reason, and if it's not because of God, they were going to kill me. And they started to rape everybody. They let Joe Tate. It was not because of my brother. By this time, maybe something else was going to happen. But this guy attacked me to kill me, these people. And what happened? Nothing came out of that case. Nothing came out of that case. The late Joe Tate were there. What his name said, and Louis Brown. They all knew about that case. Even Edward Snowden knew about that case. So our country, we don't protect our citizens, and also we don't protect business people. So guess
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Our citizen can also be in the wrong against a foreigner or businessman. Let
Mhm.
the law prevail. But because of money, these people
Yeah.
come to our country and they torture us and they pay our people and they go after us. So I'm saying it today. There was a company called Exotic. If it was not because of my brother, they were going to kill me and nothing was going to come. I fought these guys and we destroyed them because I had to get out. And what Charles Taylor did, whether you want to get money from there, he jumped on our case. Joe Tate got on our case, and Louis Brown. I will call the name. Louis Brown was present. They were there, and nobody could stand up. After they came to me to apologize, the next day that case was all on that thing. People know about that case. Some of my friends have heard of it. You see, these are some of the things we talk about. When a businessman come into the country, if you don't allow they got to go by the rules. If I wrong a businessman, let the law hold me. Also, when the businessmen wrong our people, if they don't pay them well and whatsoever, let the law take a course. You know what I'm saying?
Because because there's one man who is influencing the entire process. Another man called the real minister, one Chinese man who in Babulu has been carrying on continuous illicit mining. He owes, in fact, he was fined 18 million. But they're not looking into that case, and the man is influencing the entire process because he wants to get this other businessman out of job. That's the process.
And you see, these are some of the things. Imagine a foreigner in your country and tell you that
Yeah.
I can jail you, I can fire
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
because they got contact at the top. That is
Mm-hmm.
why our country is suffering today, and Jeff, because these people come in, they understand the laws. They know that when they come to this country, to Liberia,
Yeah.
they must
Mm-hmm.
pay good. They must do everything. They must make sure once the social activities, what they're doing in accounting. But nobody that money goes in. Or so, I'm not
Yeah.
accusing anyone, but that money goes to a particular person. Look,
Yeah.
Jefferson. I
Mm-hmm.
was I was Inspector General Republic of Liberia from 1997 to 1999. I know what happened in Lofa Bridge, in Bopolu, all the diamond, the illegal diamonds. They got people crossing our borders, they digging diamonds. Some of them, they got some officials who are digging diamond, people digging diamond for them in Liberia. And that is how our country not getting what it's supposed to get. That's
Mm.
why our people are not paying the taxes. They got a lot of aliens that digging diamond. They don't have work permits. They all in
Babulu,
there.
a
So we
very
know
rich
all these
county.
things. We
Mineral
know all
rich
these
county,
things.
Bapolu. But
Yes.
Bapolu that is rich, but the man has been carrying illicit money and the county cannot even improve. But he wants to get this other businessman out of Liberia, out of business. So he's influencing the entire process. And that's what
Yes,
happened in general.
if the president can listen to me right now, look, I believe if it's just leave with the president, look, he might take a hard stand, and he need to take a hard stand. Then
18 million is a huge money.
if I had the ears of the president right now, I would tell you, say, listen, you got to go back and revisit all the concessions. There are a lot of mistakes, and these guys are broken. Most of them, they fail to do certain things, and when you fail to do certain, you the contract should be over. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things they're supposed to do where they're taking these mine, all these minerals from. The county is supposed to benefit. I
Yeah.
was just watching on YouTube. I listened to a Ghanaian talking about Liberia. You can see the train transporting iron ore to Buchanan. What there for Liberia? What there for Liberia? Those days, you know, we can say all the things about Charles Taylor. There were OTC in Liberia. OTC had a big company in Bassa. They were putting plywood together. They were doing plywood. Now today, everybody just cut logs and put the logs down and don't even sell it, and it just get rotting. Those days, the company used to go and look for for buyer before they even cut the tree down. But now they don't know. When will our government go back and say, listen, people who are doing business in Liberia 20 years ago, 10 years ago, if you come back to Liberia, we will give you a break. If you want to operate in Lofa, we will give you a break or a tax break. If you want to go to Maryland, well, let us do it the right way. Because our people needs job. The government cannot give our people the job they really want. Government only there to regulate and to open avenues that people will create jobs. But everybody want government jobs. Everybody government job, government job. You see? So that is
Mm.
the problem. So the president need to open the eyes. You see, when you surround the president so much, the president can even see, he can't hear. Because the people who surround the president, some of them thinking about 2029, some of them don't want to do nothing right. So they all afraid. They all afraid. When we prosecute people, and Jeff, that's a
Mm.
serious problem. And we need a serious leader. We need to look at Abraham Traore. We need to look at the president of Rwanda. We need to look at the president of Botswana. Eh? These people are putting the people first in the country. We need to talk about our people. We need to do the right thing. But every day we just want to talk about the legislators. The legislators, listen, the politics will remain in the legislators until we die. That is where the politician goes. And don't overlook nobody in that place because guess what? Every one of them convinced people to elect them. Some of them convinced 12,000, some of them convinced 6,000, some of them convinced up to 20,000 to be elected. So we can't overlook them. So nobody in there. And remember, every one of them has the same power. It's not a church house. So I don't have to say when you go to church, when the pastor say, hey man, everybody say, hey man, no. In the house, whether you speaker or not, and they need to do the right thing. They need to do the right thing for the sake of
Okay.
Liberian people. I'm telling you.
Okay.
So I tell you today, and I challenge anyone. I'm not a lawyer, but I challenge any minority group. If they can come on the station now and let me ask them, let them read 33. 33 was clear. And let them go to 49, the last paragraph in 49. You don't need 49 to remove a speaker. You don't have to be present. A resolution can remove them. And also, the speaker, who was the acting speaker? Fala. And Fala called for election. Whether he called the same day, whether he called next week, the fact is that he called for the election. Who voted for Kun? The same people voted for Kun. So remember this, man, and Jeff, Kun never voted for himself. And we all want tough leader. When Kun said they should remove Yeke car, he never said you'll break it. But these people, when they smart, they were going to bring a tow truck and tow the car. You
That was
see?
just a misuse of
So
power.
whether he gave the authority, but our people, by the time the president say go and arrest Mr. Kishen, some of them will not even think how to arrest Mr. Kishen because the
Mm.
president says so. They will go with different power. They will not use the brain. Right there, you start breaking the car. You
Mm.
can throw the car and put the car one side. You can do this. You see?
That's what power does. Thank you so much, General. I'll
Thank
hold
you
the
very much.
lines.
And I see you. I have to go and do my exercise, and it's 5 o'clock on this side. I'm going to train. I'm trying to lose the weight. And to everyone, please, and my message I want to leave to us, to everyone here, remember, whether you vote or not, but the person that is in charge, he's your president, he's your representative, he's your vice president. Let us be saver. For those of us who love to insult, please, profanity kill your message. And I again say, and I want to condemn it again. Insulting the president, insulting the vice president. Some people say, oh, but you did it to George Weah. The point is that we all disagree with it too. But
Mm.
because we couldn't insult, so you couldn't come on our page. You can listen to us. But your thing by cursing will solve the problem. It will not solve the problem. Yes, it's part of freedom of speech, but it is wrong. The country we're coming from, we're not Americans that will start. Even you don't like the president, even if you don't like the laws of Liberia, but the law is the law. Let us be civil. Let us learn to go to court. Let us do what is right. That's all we can do. And at the end of the day, whether Mr. Bwaka perform good or bad, come 2029, people will still run against him. Let's just do what is right because the Liberian people are suffering, Jeff. So if we try to think that we should have a protest, we should do this, read your constitution. It is time you hold your representative accountable. Go to them and tell them enough is enough. But everything
Okay.
president. And people are just there enriching themselves because everything they do in our country is all about them. And I want to say thank you and let us have a beautiful day and take it easy how you drive. Remember the life you save and be your own or someone else you love. Have a good
Okay.
day, Jefferson, and
Thank
good day to all.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
That was Mr. Mone Kishen, the general there, who just made his own, input on the show this morning. All right, so I'm about to take course. But before I take course, I will go to Grand Cape Mount County and speak with Siafa Manuba Jenikai. Jenikai will weigh in on the show this morning. He has been following. He wants to give his own input on the show, and so I will weigh in, go to him, but I can't get him. I don't know whether he's. Let me see if I can get Safar on the show to this morning. All right, and so we can talk about these things. It is important. I told you, a case cannot be in court, and you a case cannot be in court because you feel you were a lawmaker, and then you want to prove or to show power. Okay, so well, I am not getting Safar, so yeah, I will just take calls on 07705734770, 07705734770, 0881 871 670, 0881 871 670, plus 231 886 681198. And my friend and brother Sekou Fofana is the first on the line. Sekou, good morning and welcome to the show this morning. Yeah. Okay. Mhm. 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 Mm. 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 Oh, okay. Mhm. The rejuvenate membership. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Okay. The man said it is not the horse that is paying him. It's not Richard Kuhn that is paying him. It's being paid by Liberian government. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sekou Fufana. Always follow the show. He's always here, um, making his input. 077 0573 477 077 0573 477 0881 871 0881 plus 231 871 670 plus 231 886 6811 and the numbers you can use to be a part of the show this morning. This is the Kear Morning Show. We're talking about the legislature. We're looking at the proceedings of the legislature. Is there leadership? Do you see leadership being exhibited at the House of Representatives? What are your thoughts this morning? Let's hear you. What do you make of our talking point this morning on the show? The suspension of Yeke Koluba. Yeke has said that he will go to work. He cannot honor that suspension. He has dared the leadership that anyone who will take his benefit, they will have to face him. This person, good morning. I'm okay. I didn't know where you call from. Let's hear you, my brother. Folks, but we're back. Yeah. So let's hear you. Me get this person from this angle. Good morning. Good morning. And you know where you come from? Something. Let's hear you. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go ahead. Mm. The Constitution. Mm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm. 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 Okay. Mm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Thank you so much. Let me go to this line and get this person. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You live. Your name and where you call from? Go ahead. Hello. Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you. Mm. Mm. Uh, okay. Okay. Mm. Thank you so much. 0770573 0770573 07881 and plus 231 870 6811 98. The numbers you can use to be a part of the conversation this morning here on the Kear Morning Show. We're talking about the legislature under the speakership of Richard Kuhn. Do you see leadership at the House of Representatives, or what you see is power? What are your thoughts? What do you make of this? The suspension also of Yeke, and the Supreme Court placed a stay order on the communications sent to businessman Michael Shield, uh, though his case is still in court, but then He was summoned by the House for questioning, and so the court said, "Hey, no, uh, for now you can't talk to this man. You have to wait because we have a pending case here that is still before us. We have to conclude on it before any other thing can happen." With all of these things, what are your thoughts? Yeke Koluba has said that he will not honor that suspension. He will go to work. Uh, he will go to work. And today is Thursday. I don't know. I'm not this morning. I don't know whether he's at the he went to work because he's under suspension. But now he should be under suspension now, and for 30 days, and his benefits for 30 session days. That is for 3 months, and his benefits and salaries will all be withheld until after, you know. So that is it. I'm trying to get to Jenny Kai. Jenny Kai wants to weigh in, but the internet is giving some hard time. There are some issues here, and so we cannot get to him. But the numbers are 07705734777, 07705734777, 0881 0881 okay, this 871. Okay, let me see from this angle. Okay, I think I can have Jenica here now. And this, but while he's coming, let me get this person through. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm okay. And name me where you call from.
My name is Body from Joseph.
Let's hear you, my brother.
Yeah, brother has some issue. And we need to do this thing and media people focus on. Sometimes some of us can be disappointed. There are some issues that some of us benefit. Our children, the next generation, may our country better with the focus on it. That's what we are not speaking on anybody. And, I don't support any of these guys' action. You know, it came a time that I seen the kid discussing on the behalf of the federal protest in our protest by right to get to work for their people. Right?
No, point of correction, we're not talking on behalf of Yeke.
Yeah, but let me finish.
Go ahead.
I don't understand that we.
Okay, you. Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right to get to work is here that they have people 45,000 times. And my question is, whenever we are seeing them, we should all go for the executive to focus on the executive review that would take protest against that. Talking the other country or the other citizen, they don't want to focus on, and for that issue, we want to discuss them. We're not able to focus on that. So for me, sometimes they are discouraged and disappointed of that action, and for everyone else, they are there for self benefit. So there is no need for something to happen for them to say, oh, I want to kill myself for someone, or I'm going to get on the street to go to protest for somebody.
Okay.
What I think they're doing is because she's been other things. Everybody, they want to show power. And they are doing it in no favor. The rule of law, if you and myself respect the rule of law, will bring good to the country. Because they are over there, they will want bring implementation for them to follow. I don't know how it goes. I know how the people respect our constitution. And for that reason, the citizen that on our side, the people respect authority. Based on the rule of law, respecting rule of law can bring peace and unity. And they also made the citizen to respect people that in power.
Okay. All right.
So I don't if you regard their action, whether they suspend them for just about them, talking about benefit all the time. Not to keep and get people in fire. So is just a propaganda who want to keep popularity after the election party one time, get another population to go and join for the next election. Like all this.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me take this person. Good morning. Good morning. Your name, where you call from? Joseph, I mean, let's hear you.
Yeah, can we also more particular on discussion? So the issue of this, and we speak of before. Sorry, I'm not going to name anyway.
Jeff, my name is Jefferson Weir.
Jefferson, okay. The issue of this because honestly, what was the cause of this of the whole saga? Who is right? Who is wrong? So that is going to be the
But we don't know. The Supreme Court has not ruled. So we can't say this person is right, this person is wrong. The Supreme Court will have to rule.
Yes, this is my point. If the issue that the Supreme Court is the Supreme Court influence the majority, that's the question of power.
Yeah. And the Supreme Court is the one holding the Supreme Court is the one holding this whole case. I don't know why they don't want to rule. Anyways, thank you, my brother. Okay. 0770-573-477. 0770-573-477. We'll take a few more calls. This person on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, you live. Your name and where you call from? What's your name? You call from Matari. What's your name? Let's hear you quickly. Oh, well, that person is not ready. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where you call from? My brother Ali. What? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where's it, Feka Sony? Thank you, Aliu. Siafa Manuba Jenikai. Siafa Manuba Jenikai has just joined me, and he is live on the line right now, and we're going to talk. Safa has been following. Safa, good morning again, and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Jefferson. We are one of the best radio presenter, talk show host in Nigeria.
Hey, my man, you fine?
Listener of Kear.
I'm here. Safa, I know you've been following the issues at the legislature recent. Um, the majority bloc speaker Richard Kuhn, James Collier, going into Fanatic Kofa's office forcefully, the dueling of Yeke's vehicle, and then with all of these things, the case of this Chinese businessman Michael Shio in court, and then the legislature summoning him, leading to the Supreme Court placing a stay order on that communication that the case is in court to make, and there's no way you can invite this man to speak. A couple of all of these things, Yeka Koluba has been suspended, even though he has said that he will not honor that suspension. Where do you stand?
Thank you, Jefferson, and Liberia and Liberians across the geopolitical landscape of our country and the world need to understand where our country is right now. I think that the legislature is driving and putting halt to investment that's supposed to have a trickle down effect that's supposed to change the lives
Hmm.
and the infrastructure paradigm of our country. Because the source of every investment rests on the shoulders of the laws.
Mm-hmm.
The laws of every country across the world is what makes that country great, and it is what makes investor and investment to put in into your country. And I'm seeing because for every investment that comes to the country has to go through the legislature, has to have a legislative approval before such an investment can be able to have a trickle down effect on the last amount. If the legislature, if the legislature, the lower house, the House of Representatives,
Mm-hmm.
is proceeding in a form and manner in which that has precedent to undermine the peace and stability and the infrastructure and investment sector of our country, then it worries any Liberian. And I'm not speaking from the political point of view,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm speaking from the realistic point of view where these things continue to mount. And we have Liberians during the days of the early regime in 2004 and 6 upwards to 2011 and 15. You didn't have a social media platform that could be accessed by others across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
Now the social media has taken over the globe and the information dissemination is all through these social media platforms. If an investor wants to come and invest in Nigeria, the first thing he or she will do is to begin to grasp on that country itself. Is to begin to go through the social media platform to inform his or her investment decision to come and invest into the country.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a legislators who are going against the law, who are seeing the law and abusing the law, when it comes to the protection or the investment that the investor wants to bring to this country to impact the life and begin to make profit, then the investor gets afraid. The investor becomes insecure. Even the investment we have in this country, they are not expanding because there are too many laws that have been broken, and the Supreme Court, who is the final advocate of justice,
Mm-hmm.
who explains the law to us, who tell you that the law should be this way and it must be upheld,
Mm-hmm.
and protected by the executive, and made by and those laws are made by the legislature. When these laws are made, you know, staff in the plan, when this law has been broken, what comes to the investment man? The country is not safe.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we need to go back in our power. The legislature needs to come back. The majority must understand that landlord. There will be no investment. The little investment that we have here will not make no impact on the lives of our people because investment is meant to have a trickle down effect in the future life of the people.
Mm.
But how many of our people are benefiting right now? How many of our citizens' lives has been impacted? What are the jobs the new jobs that have been created across the country? So the legislature needs to go back, the majority needs to go back and set the up and understand why is it that Nigeria is the way it is. Have they asked themselves?
Mm.
It used to be 6 years, but it has drastically reduced to 3 years a month.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Mm-hmm.
they thinking that a few months from now they will be going to election? Are they thinking that Nigeria is an impatient country? Nigerians are impatient. Nigeria wants to see speed development. They want to see that life change. Are they thinking about that? Are they thinking about that re-election? Or they are only thinking about today?
Mm.
So sometimes these things the legislator must understand. Now yesterday, election was being held. Do I vote if it was election insulting the president? I said, no. I am against it. I was against it yesterday. I'm against it today. And I'll be against it tomorrow. And I want to be on record for that.
Mm.
I was against it yesterday, against the former president. I'm against it today, against the sitting president. I will be against it tomorrow, against another government of the country. Whether it is CDC or not. We must begin to respect leadership. We must begin to respect the offices that this leader occupies.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday, election was held. Prophet Kear has been held
Oh yeah.
because they go against certain individuals. And yesterday, you know, with the mindset that if we train against you in the not too distant future, and here we are today, I'm against the attitude, but a suspension must be done in line with the rules proceeding of the Honorable House of Representatives.
Mm.
If the House of Representatives is honorable, I don't think so. Vandalization, the breaking of laws, I don't think it is no longer honorable. What needs to be done is for these lawmakers, they are the product of the fathers of our country.
Mm-hmm.
They must be thinking. It is not the executive. The executive is just playing her part because if you relax when these things are happening. But they said there are three distinct branches of government. Everybody has a role to play. You make the law, another person interprets the law, and another one enforces the law.
Yeah.
You are belittling, you are going against the same Supreme Court that you depend on that render you that authority today, that make you to be that representative was at the result of the sea judiciary that you are insulting today. So there are too many things across this country. But the major point lies on the shoulders of the legislature, especially the House of Representatives.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Shafa. And I know that you're busy, and even though you joined us late, but we have to let you go so that you can focus on your work. By the way, Kear Radio will be coming to Cape Mount very soon, and we hope to have a one-on-one conversation interaction with you.
We are very much open in Kear, and the current township, one of the most vibrant young townships ever in the history of this country,
Mm.
will be here to receive the delegation from Kear Radio. We will be open to speak to the media on issues that is a progress to the affected communities and also issues that are challenging to the community. So I will speak with Honorable Musa Masale. He is the township of Kinjo. And so I will have a conversation with him to let him know that Kear Radio will be visiting Great Kippa County. And we will talk to management as well to let them know that progress that are here, and as well progress that could affect or that is contributing to the success of our country. Though there are issues in our country, but there are also some progress that has been made through our efforts of negotiation and roundtable discussion. Because under Musa Masal's leadership, what he was able to introduce was the roundtable discussion where we agreed to disagree, but the final analysis is that things that will be in the interest of the investment, in the interest of the community, the affected communities, and its citizens, the county, the country, are things that he's yielding to. And we think that there are other progress made, but there are still challenges that needs to be worked on. So
Okay.
I will let you know, and I will let you to communicate with you via telephone before you're coming to get your ready for our talk.
Thank you so much, Siafa, and have yourself a wonderful day.
It is a pleasure, and I want to thank you and the Care FM family, Care Radio family, for providing us the opportunity at every given time to express our view. Whether it's satisfied or whether it's satisfied, certain group of people is dissatisfied, are dissatisfactory to other group of people. We want to apologize if it doesn't go down well with certain group of people, and also we apologize if those who go down well. But I do not remain a paramount concern of all I residents in the geopolitical landscape of our country. Thank you so much.
Siafa Manwa Jenny Kai there from Grand Cape Mount County. Well, folks, that's how we come to the end of today's edition of the Care Morning Show here on Care Radio. I'll be here tomorrow morning again with another edition, and we're going to talk something different on tomorrow. My name has been Jefferson Weir, and I'm always here every morning serving you breakfast. Thanks to all of our online viewers, Ansu Coleman, James D. Walker, Augustine Sambayo, Junior, the man who celebrated his birthday just a few days ago, Princess Kamara, and the likes. Thank you to our listeners and all those for the calls this morning. We appreciate. Keep following Care Radio on Facebook and, of course, on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. And let's make Liberia great. This is the country that we have, and we must protect the peace and sanctity of this nation. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful time from Monrovia. Bye bye.